A plot leak from a source who is allegedly close to a production at HBO has hit the internet this week, and according to this source, who it must be said works from a wiki, information about one of the prequels for Game of Thrones has been divulged. If this is not fan fiction, this is insanely exciting, and now that the disclaimer has been made, let's get into the material that hopefully is a taste of things to come. Supposedly, this new feature, which the writer of the article says has been worked on for 2 years, is called the Empire of the Ash, and is going to take place during the decay of the fall of Valyria and its Atlantis-like collapse when the end finally comes with the concurrent eruption of 14 volcanoes. The writers said that they have an inside contact at HBO who has shown the material, including 2 Bibles, one of which is comparable to the World of Ice and Fire. They include maps of Valyria before the Doom, as well as the lands to the south and Southaros, who are apparently a kingdom in their own right, much like Carthage was a rival to Rome during the Punic Wars. The capital of this area is apparently a melting pot of the people in this story. The show, which it has been said looks as if the creators locked themselves in a room for 2 years to create focus on the Valyrian Freehold and pre-Westerosi Targaryens, who at the time were a minor house among many in Valyria. There are supposed to be 3 factions within the story: the Sphinxes, the Young Dragons, and the Freeholders, and apparently the story is going to be taking place during a socio-economic and political crisis, and over 5 or more seasons this will play out. However, one must keep in mind that during this infighting and external warfare, there will be magic as well as dragons. Lots of dragons. 300 or more dragons. Which gets to the statement that George R. R. Martin made that the story of Valyria was like the Roman Republic with dragons. I think it's quite interesting that it is said by the writer that this will be the story of a free republic in decline, given all of the slavery that went on in Valyria. And we have to admit that one of the things that we have to see is no one. Max Berenstein is the one supposedly working on this project, and he is the one that brought us Kong Skull Island and Godzilla. And it is stated that the wiki creators and their content were used as a jumping off point for their narrative. This does have good and bad aspects, in that making fans happy will bring people into the show, but there is hope that proper research will be done. Also, supposedly, there is going to be a much more diverse cast, including a platinum blonde black woman whose Valyrian purity is questioned, and an Asian woman in her 50s who seems to be playing the long game like the Queen of Thorns. Also, it is stated that there will be more strong LGBTQ characters who live in a society where it is not treated as an aberration, where women have the same rights as men also. I hope that this is the case because we need more strong characters who aren't the bread and butter straight males like Oberyn Martell, and trust me, more Oberyn Martell is always a good thing. In the end, we should be extremely excited about this development, and I hope that it comes to fruition. If both prequels happen, that might mean we have Game of Thrones twice a year, similarly to how The Walking Dead fans get 2 shows most of the year, which would rock. Let us hope that this source is reliable and that this will happen. We want the Empire of the Ashes and all things Game of Thrones. We need this after the long winter where the night is dark and full of speculation. But what do you think? Is the leak real? And are you as excited for this prequel news as you are for Jane Goldman's Game of Thrones The Long Night? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and let me know if you are hyped for more Game of Thrones prequel news. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. I'm going to set a goal of 300 for this video. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content that is coming up on the channel. Also, thank you to all the patrons of the channel for making these videos possible. Thank you so much for your support. What is hype may never die.